All right, so just got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff I'm gonna show you that's been piling up since November 3rd, right here, my birthday. I got this from my brother for my birthday. This is the Big Gun Down. John Zorn plays the music of Ennio Morricone. How cool is that? I first learned of John Zorn back in the back when Earache Records was big. He was doing Naked City, and he had like people from maybe Napalm Death or some sort of stuff doing some grind and jazz combination stuff. Very cool. But this record, yeah, this is of course Ennio Morricone. You know, he did all the spaghetti western stuff, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and that sort of thing. Once Upon a Time in the West is actually on here. This also has all sorts of cool musicians on it. Diamanda Gallis is on here. Vernon Reid from Living Colour. Fred Frith is on here. Bill Frisell. All sorts of cool stuff. Here's the back of it for you. Track listing. All the people performing on it. Hopefully that's focusing for you. So yeah, very cool. Thanks to my brother for giving me that for my birthday. Very happy to have that in my collection. I think this is from the same thrift store. Belly Dancers. Belly Dancers for Men Only. Gus Valley and his orchestra. 1967. I got a ton of Belly Dancer records. Very cool. Alright, here's some stuff I ordered from Discogs. I ordered all these because they're huge gaping holes in my collection. Some of my favorites that I just did not own on vinyl, so I figured it's time to fill the holes. Let's start with this one. Autopsy, Mental Funeral. Easily by far my favorite death metal band. If you don't know Autopsy, Death, Chris Reifert, the drummer and vocalist for Autopsy, he played on the first Death album, played drums on that, Scream Bloody Gore. This is my favorite Autopsy full-length album. I also, I need to get Autopsy Fiend for Blood, which I could show you that. Right there's my brother's copy. He's got it. I need to get this on vinyl too, because this is actually my single favorite Autopsy release. Both of these albums, by the way, I highly recommend both of these. Both are very similar musically, stylistically, but the reason I would say Fiend for Blood is actually my favorite is because the production is a little bit better. And this has Steve DiGiorgio on here on the fretless bass, and man, I'll tell you what, that makes a big difference. This album is so killer. So is this, though, man. Both of them, if you guys are into death metal, you can't beat Autopsy. And the other one that came in from that same Discogs order, another one of my favorites, Rigor Mortis. This is their first album, self-titled, from 1988. I actually saw them live. They came and played Omaha, Nebraska, the Lift Ticket Lounge, a legendary old school venue with Death Angel on the bill. Very cool. One of my all-time favorite guitarists in the band, Mike Scotia. He went on to play with Ministry. Casey Orr here, he went on to become, he was like the second or so, maybe more than that. He was Beefcake the Mighty in Gwar. I think he's come and gone. I think he's been Beefcake the Mighty more than once in Gwar. Yeah, Rigor Mortis, killer stuff. And then my killer Christmas present from my brother, Shangri Las. Now this was a Black Friday record store day release. What did I Bee Gees. Where's that at? So, for a record store day Black Friday, Of course, I usually don't get to go to Black Friday record store days because I work on Fridays, you know. But there was one record that there was actually more than one record that I really wanted, but I was trying to limit my funds. The one record that I absolutely had to have was the Bee Gees. Was the Bee Gees, Three Kisses of Love. It was limited to only 1,000 copies, regional release, whatever that means on Record Store Day, you know, but super limited. And I wasn't able to go do Record Store Day myself, so I'd kind of given up on that. But I did put some feelers out there. No one I knew was actually going to Record Store Day in the morning, but I did tell some people, man, if you go, like a couple people went later in the day, if you do find that Bee Gees record, Three Kisses of Love, I think it's called, pick it up for me. Actually, my friend ended up going to Record Store Day later on in the day, and he found that Bee Gees record for me. Ozzy, thank you, Ozzy, by the way. And then my brother also ended up I think he showed up a little bit afterwards because Ozzy already had the record in his hand. Rick said, "Hey, is that for my brother?" He's like, "Yep." So he just handed it off to my brother. My brother paid for it. But anyway, there was another record that I wanted, but man, it was just so much money that I was like, man, I can't afford to do all that. But my brother surprised me. He had picked it up without me knowing it. And that was one of my favorites, the Shangri Las, Best of Redbird and Mercury recordings, a 2 LP set. It is a gatefold, but I haven't pulled the shrink off of it. But yeah, super thrilled to have that. Love me the Shangri Las, man. One thing I love about this, I mean, not only is it just beautiful, but it's also got the 4 of them on it. A lot of people don't know the Shangri Las are not a 3-piece band. They're actually a 4-piece band. It's 2 pairs of sisters. There was one very small period of time when one of these sisters went back home for a little while because she was having a baby. And man, they had all sorts of photo shoots and stuff at that time. So most of the photo shoots of the Shangri-La shows a 3-piece band, but really, no, it's a 4-piece band. 2 pairs of sisters. It's pretty cool. I got David Peel and the Lower East Side, Have a Marijuana. He was a New York City activist, marijuana activist, kind of in the hippie movement. But he was also considered to be kind of on the forefront of punk music too. This was on the Elektra label. He also performed with B.B. King, Stevie Wonder, the Plastic Ono Band, and G.G. Allin, of all people. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now this record, I used to work at Homer's Music back in the mid to late 90s. And out of their dollar bin, I bought this CD of this glam band that did a cover of ABBA's SOS. Recently, like a couple times recently, I was trying to figure out who the hell was it who did that cover of SOS, because I really dug it, actually. And I was looking up, I was like, oh, was it the Trash Brats? So I look up on YouTube, Trash Brats, SOS. Nope, wasn't them. I looked up ABBA, SOS cover, and there was no way in hell I found it that way. But then I was at the Antique Mall in York, Nebraska, a small town in Nebraska, digging through some records that they had there, and I came across this Celebrity Skin. I was like, there it is. SOS. Clown Scare and Monster. This is just an EP, 3-song EP. But man, I listened to it again. It's killer, man. This is really cool stuff. Normally, I don't keep glam stuff. I usually put this out for sale. We let our friend Ozzy get first pick of the hair stuff. He's big into that stuff. This one, though, is going into my own personal collection. Their cover of SOS is killer. Their song Monster has a pretty serious Oingo Boingo vibe. Their music's pretty quirky for glam, you know, and it's got a very 70s glam sort of vibe to it also. The EP is from 1990. Comes on this purple marble vinyl. That's pretty cool. There's a black vinyl version of it also, so I think I got lucky and found the pink version. Another killer antique store find. Graaf Generator world record. You know, you don't find this kind of stuff at antique stores usually, so that's pretty cool. This is a 1976 record. They're a prog band from the UK. They started in actually 1967. Very cool stuff. Got the original Mercury inner sleeve there. My next video is going to be another one of those Thrift With Me videos. So if you've been enjoying those, make sure you tune in next week. Basically what that is I take you into thrift stores with me. You're going to be there with me. I'm going to be showing the records. I'll be digging through the bins, holding the camera on the records. You'll be seeing these records as I see them. You'll be finding the records as I find them, live as it happens. So if you're interested in seeing that sort of thing, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on the notification for that video and for all of my future videos. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one.